High Life is now in theaters, and it stars Robert Pattinson, who plays an astronaut with his daughter in space as they are fighting to survive. And this is an A24 film, so it is essentially not for mainstream audiences. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. For those of you that haven't seen my other reviews, big fan of A24. I think they produce solid and even sometimes incredible quality. There's never been an A24 film where I was like, you know what? Not good. Not a good film. So I was very much so excited for High Life, as well as this was my first Claire Denis film. I think that's her last name. She is a French filmmaker who's very prolific in the art house film industry. And so I was very much so excited for, to actually witness her films. So, is the film good, though? Yes, it is. It's a very good film. This is a very well-acted film. Robert Pattinson is incredible in this film. Like, he is mind-blowing. Good Time was incredible, and this performance almost ranks with that performance in terms of greatness. Juliette Binoche is really, really good in the film. Mia Goth in her smaller role is good as well. It is nice to see Mia Goth in a lot of strange art house films. I love it. The music and the cinematography are also mind-blowing. It's incredible to see the imagery that's displayed on film. The way it's scored also, like there are some scenes that are scored similarly to the TV show Oz, which I found interesting. And I also think that the production design is incredible. I mean, considering that this film only cost a couple million, it has a production design that you would think is an upper tier film studio budget. I mean, it's incredible. The visual effects are also mind-blowing. The black hole imagery is stunning. It's a visually and mind-bending type film. It's a film that it makes you think. The messages about prison life and sexuality I found fascinating. Specifically sexuality. I think the prison life aspect was fascinating, but the way this film depicts sexuality I think is fascinating, because this is a director that, to people that are watching it that are American, this is not an American filmmaker. She is French. So I find, and I've seen a lot of foreign films, and it's just kind of dawning on me after watching this film that foreign filmmakers, they depict sexuality the way it actually is. They don't depict it, where it's like, oh, we're going to cut away from all the stuff that actually happens and just the glamorous romantic stuff. No, this film shows a lot of stuff that you never see in films when dealing with sexuality. You never do. I'm not going to go into details because this is an American film review, but I loved it. I loved that this film actually had the balls to show it, especially with an R-rated film and a non-pornographic film. Like, it's quite fascinating. I mean, not even the film Shame, which, I really liked, depicted some of the stuff that was shown in this film. I liked that. There's a room specifically dealing with, like, fetish stuff and whatnot. Liked that scene a lot. It will be a surprise to many film goers. It's a really good film in terms of dealing with sexuality and prison life. And if you're going into the film expecting a film to kind of sugarcoat, sexuality and to sugarcoat what isolation is like, then you're not going to like this film. But if you're looking for a film that is very raw in dealing with, sexuality, prison life, isolation, I think you'll be in for a film that you'll like. As far as the negatives go, I do think that there were some scenes that were kind of glacial in pacing. I think that the pacing for this film does kind of feel a bit off. As well as it was kind of frustrating. There was some exposition in the film that it felt jarring. Like, it felt like it was just to kind of almost inform mainstream audiences that kind of stumbled upon this film. Like, if they're just watching, they're like, what's going on? These are the scenes that would kind of be like, this is for you guys. But at the same time, it's just confusing because it's like, well, why would you have those type of scenes when mainstream audiences aren't even going to like this? This is an art house film. And I'm not saying specifically mainstream audiences can't enjoy it, but first and foremost, art house films, it's up to interpretation. So to have exposition scenes kind of in it that just kind of felt out of place, didn't really gel with overall an artsy film. So, but otherwise, besides that, I think that this is a thought-provoking film that, for right now, it is one of my favorites of the year. And High Life, I'll be giving a 4.25 out of 5-star rating. Or, for those like a hot sauce rating, it gets a good old Louisiana Pure Crystal Hot Sauce. This is a good film. It's a film that, again, I think you should check out. Even if you consider yourself a casual moviegoer, check it out. You'll probably hate it, but check it out because at the end of the day, only you can find out if you like a film or not. I can't tell you what to think. So go out and support this movie because A24, you did it again. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about High Life. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.